You need these definitions because I'm going to send you out to boards in a second. First definition is, I think this is what scares people, all the notation. But actually, you know, I taught a class at Montclair State. I love teaching this class. I called it Math for Poets, but that's not the real name of the class. It was got some funky name like Development of Math or something. But it was a class that non-STEM majors took, and they didn't have to take any other math classes after it. And I would ask them at the beginning of class, hundreds of students at a time, if they liked math, and if they didn't like math, why? 90% of them put, we don't like math, we chose our majors so that we could avoid as much math as possible, which made me really happy that I'm the one teaching their last math class ever. But one of the things they said that they hated math for, it was all the notation. Number one thing is, guess what the number one thing was? Why they hate math? Teacher. Number one thing was teacher. Like, oh gosh. Number two thing that they said is they felt they had to be perfect. And I thought, well, I wonder why would they think that? Because I have notebooks downstairs in my office full of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. So you're going to make mistakes. Like, that's what the notebooks are for. So I thought it's our point allocations. One of the things that brought me to where I am today with the revisions. Like, why does the first submission have to be perfect? If you knew it already, why'd you need a class? So, and that's one reason that students hate math. Top reason. Okay, so I'm not going to read this. You can read this, but this is the definition of what it means to be the direct image. This is straight from Bartle. So we good? Inverse image. It's not what you think. It's not the thing from calculus where you found inverses by swapping the x and the y and solving for y. The inverse image, by definition, is a set. So if I'm given a set in the in B, then the inverse image of H under F is a subset of A. So where does it belong? It belongs in A. These things are really, really key for being good at writing proofs in any class, is just getting things straight in your mind. I know mathematicians, not usually West Point, but in other departments, they seem crazy and they seem like they're all over the place, and I probably do too. But when it comes to mathematics, we're very precise. It's a unifying thing. If anybody's been into my office, you've seen that I'm utter chaos, but not when it comes to writing down math. Right? It's a common thing. We actually had a hoarder in my previous department. Like, you open the door and stuff would come falling out of the office. But when it came to math, her writing was really neat and precise, and like, it's amazing that that didn't transfer over to something else. So let me see if I have this. Yeah. So I don't think I have this as a board problem, but why don't you take boards and answer that question?